we're not here. I think not. Nope, everyone can just hear me. Perfect. Yep, there it is. I will figure out how to mute myself. This is... I think... Oh, we are going to get away here. But it is a sort of formation lap. I don't know, people were disqualified, I didn't know. Yeah, it does look like all... no plan to... I thought it was just going to restart. People got disqualified, so I didn't know if there was going to be a restart. But, doesn't matter. So, as I've seen people before, I might as well do a run down the grid. Skipsy, one in the... I haven't done these F2 cars. I think that's the Art. I don't know, ATR. And DTR ends are just behind him. I should really figure out how to mute myself so everyone playing can't hear me. Yeah. Brent behind him. Should really... Oh, someone spun on the formation lap. Oh no. Who's that? Oh no, that's another spin. These F2 cars are extremely sensitive. I've done it. Oh god, it's gonna be horrible. Let's see if I can mute myself first. There we go, that might work. Now I need to push to perfect. Now they can't hear me. Oh, so I didn't do that good. So you get Skipsy, Enza, Brent, Brahma, Xavier, Tony, Wesley, DTR. I don't know, it's the same as Brent, Donkey Dan, Bosma, I think. Should change camera angle. Yeah, this is, we start with just looking at them from the back, apparently. I'm going to look at the front first. Nope, here we go. No lights. Away we are. Skipsy gets away well. Behind him, DTR, No, Burma made up 2 places on the start. No one's gone off. Who's that? Gone off this collision between the 2. I don't know the cars. So really not. Okay, everyone seems to be still on the track, still bunched up close-ish to each other. No one's gone too far off, except from Enzo, who's all the way back there. Missing all the overtaking, I think. Oh my god, there's a big slide there from, I think that's not, I don't know what it's just side-by-side action of Xavier and Burma, I think. Well, Skipsy seems to have got a bit of a 1 second lead from Brent here. The rest seems to be, and it's been from that, is that, it is Burma again. So Brent was the one that slid at turn 6, I think. He's the one that slid sideways, and you can see in the background. There, Donkey Dan with Bosma. Get back to the front. What's the front 2 of Skipsy, who's got a 1.3 second lead now from Brent. And Brent's been close, chased behind by Tony. And behind him, Wesley, Xavier, Bosma. Just 10k. Donkey Dan, and then there's a big gap from the people that have spun. This is unfortunately the chicane, which is Burma and Bren. They've done a big slide. Luckily, it doesn't seem to have any damage, but Enzo did have damage from the start. He got a good start, starting second, I think. I think he did start second. Just coming out of the pits. I think I'll focus more on the racing here. Very close here, Brent and Tony. I'm going off the track a bit there. Well, side by side now, coming on the straight with the DRS. No, wait, no DRS net. Yeah, it's not enabled yet. But Tony seems to be getting down the inside of Brent here. It's him beating him under braking. Tony does, gets in front. Into turns 4. Looks like no, just tuck sliding behind. It's a good overtaking from Tony. That's a close battle there between Bosma catching Xavier there. Well, so these cars, obviously, the F2 cars, new 18-inch wheels, which are very F1 will be switching to those, which is pretty cool. But also, what am I saying? Yeah, they'll be switching to them. But also, I would try and name them all with what I should do. There being, instead of being 20 cars, 22 cars on the grid, but obviously we only have 11 drivers, so there's only 11 cars. You obviously only know Carl in these ones. You know there's Prima, obviously. I think Donkey Dan's in the Prima. If I'm saying no, he's not. Oh my god, it tells me. It tells me up there. Hold on. Yes, he's in the Prima. Looks like he's making a move towards Tenka. I think, oh no, we go back to Wednesdays, making them very close to Brent here. So maybe Brent's got like, no, thought he had a collision with Enzo right at the start, but I think he's made a whopping start, because I think he was dead last, which was bit of a surprise. Oh, that's in sector 3. What's that? No one's in sector 3 yet. Are they? No. Look it down with a time penalty now. I was DNF'd. That's what it was, obviously. I'm DNFing. And is that a safety car? It is a safety car. I didn't even. I'm a bit stupid with my. Should probably turn the. No, get. Not this one. But yeah, but Donkey Dan does have a 3-second time penalty. That is. Obviously, track limits on Imola. I would see a lot of that. It's not the lap. I'm trying to get the map up. Oh my god, so stupid. He crashed. It was sector 3. We crashed. So I don't know. I probably should have been looking at. Sorry. Into the pits comes Donkey Dan after I think I didn't actually see what happened, unfortunately. So it seems maybe something between Brent, Donkey Dan, and Urchia, I want to say, or Burma. I was just calling him Burma, I think. Burma. But they're all starting. Everyone's starting on the softs, or started on the softs, and everyone who pitted. Oh no, I think no. That's probably why it was. Yeah, he did because of being disqualified, which I don't know what happened, because unfortunately I started my stream a bit late. Brent is on the mediums. So I think he started on the mediums. If you can do that in F2, I think you can. He started on the mediums. And in the sprint race, I don't think you do have to pit. I don't think you have to pit in the sprint race. I don't think so anyway. It's only a 25% race. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this race isn't to the top 10. Top 10 are inverted. So whoever comes first is 10th, and whoever comes 10th is first after the first race. I think. I don't know. But I think that is the case. Obviously, Skipsy still in front. I'm pretty sure he started first. I probably should have remembered that. Tony, I can just look, can't I? Details. Doesn't change. There we go. Yes. Exactly. So, Skipsy seems to have stayed out of trouble in the first opening 3 laps before the safety car. Tony making up 4 spots, which is very surprising. Brent, who started, I thought it was last, but apparently it wasn't last. He started 8th, which is, I don't remember that, but okay. Wesley making up 3 spots, Bosman making up 5. So he started 10th, and then starting last was Donkey Dan. So I would try to figure out the grid with all these position swaps, but I'm not going to. So I think still under, no, he can fully race to the back. Donkey Dan can, with penalties. So I think Donkey Dan got 5 seconds for speeding into the pit lane. That did show up at the top of my screen, and again I didn't notice it. Details, it's in details, isn't it? There. Oh no, so no, they did, yeah. So Burma did start on the mediums, and so did Brent start on the mediums. And everyone else started on softs, and Donkey Dan's pitted onto the softs for the safety car. So you'll have a slight advantage over Brent in front, and obviously Burma on the mediums. I don't know how quick they deteriorate these these wheels on the F2 cars. But I think that yes, because in this lap, so we'll be watching Skipsy, Tony, DTR Brent in 3rd, Wesley in 4th, Bosman in 5th. Obviously, you guys can see. Xavier 6th, Tenkan in 7th, Burma in 8th, Brent in 9th, and Donkey Dan in 10th. And a DNF'd DTR Enza, unfortunately. But here we come through the start, taking it nice and slow, but decides to accelerate now. End of the safety car. I should turn on interval. Oh, they're all really close together. I don't know who's overtaking who. Here, Donkey Den and Burma overtaking, but that's I've seen in front. Oh no, been hit. I think that was Tony and Skips. Skips it. No, he was first with Tony. Tony must have clipped him or something. I think he's got damage. Trying to look behind me, see if any more overtakes happening. I think it's just. Well, oh yeah, and again there was another collision between Wesley and Tenkan, I'm assuming. Should really just turn on broadcast, shouldn't I, and watch these overtakes. No, what is that? That's a spin. That was Donkey Dan. I did see that just for a second. But really close together is Burma and Brent. We're really close together. No. Yeah, Brendan. Burma. This isn't the closest after safety car. I think a lot of people have unfortunately hit a few. Luckily Skipsy just managed to stay on the track and to keep 4th place. Now we'll be catching, I'm assuming catching Boss anytime soon. It's quite a strange safety car. Down the inside there? I didn't see that move coming, he was like 2 tenths behind. I think maybe he's eager to get past Brent. He knows he's on the medium, he doesn't want to be stuck behind him for too long while his softs are still faster-ish. Will he try into the chicane, which is a bold move? I don't think so, no. Bowman did get a good exit there. But these still are the 2 closest on the grid. Obviously the top 3 is also very close. 3-second time penalty for Wesley, that's track limits. Oh, he made a good switchback. Has Brent, oh, just unfortunately. Too much curl there, fortunately. But he didn't have enough space anyway to try on Burma. But now he's coming again, but the exit from the last one was very slow, but the slipstream here is very powerful with DRS. Which I don't think he had. Oh, much better second one here from Brent. Will he make the overtake? Still just biding his time. No, I do think he tried for the overtake there. It's a bit unfortunate. Really trying to get past here, he is. I'm also looking at the side, see who's also closer. Not going to go down the inside in that corner. Bit too fast. Oh, he's painstakingly close here. Can he keep close? Oh, just a little bit too much with the sausage curves there. Very unfortunate. But Tony up front with a, I think that's a 3. Oh, the back just lost. He lost grip there. Did Brent? Fortunately, in the chicane, went too much of the chicane. Just turned too much under him. But he's still fast. Extremely fast. Just he can't get past Burma with his defence. Should move to Boss now. He's really close on Brent. Just about. Will he make the move? Oh, he does. Steams past with DRS. Well, that's a good move. Seems to be all coming back after taking too much curve. Nope. Manages to evade. No down the inside attempts there. Back to Brent. Is he making a move? No, he's lost touch with Burma a bit here in the first sector. I guarantee he'll be back in no time. Closing the gap to Burma. But does Brent really want to get back his medium now maybe coming to play in these last couple laps? I'm probably getting all these names confused between Brent and Bren. I think I'm calling both Bren. Call him Brent. Calling Brent Brent, but I'm calling Brent. Confusing. And there's a yellow flag. I think that was between, I know Xavier and Donkey Dan are extremely close as well. I do want to watch the overtake on here though. His DRS is extremely powerful, but does Boss have DRS? He doesn't, so I think DTR will be closing him down at any time soon, really close. I don't think he's going to be able to make the move, he's too far away here. No. Keep safe. A lot of the curb there, but it didn't seem to be affecting him. If anything, it's giving him a boost. Bossman just didn't put down much throttle with those softs, maybe. These mediums were key now for the sprint race. But Xavier's really close to making the overtake. Just saw that, leaving enough room for Donkey. Can he make the switch back though? He does! Oh, very nice. But does he come down the inside and the hairpin? He does. Has to leave the room. Does he do a switch back again? I was quite a... You'd think he broke a bit too hard for that switch back and went too wide, unfortunately, giving Donkey Dan the free place there, unfortunate. But he is on 5 laps newer softs is Donkey Dan. Back to Brent and Boss. Still Brent behind after that overtake on a straight by Boss. And a new fastest lap has been set by Wesley on the 1 lap on mediums. And again there is a overtake into the chicane. I think both got a little squirrely on the exit. And so that's just that was just both got squirrely on the exit. No, does Brent have damage? Maybe? Have to let him past. No. I think kind of Brent. I think Brent must have had a spin or something because he was time penalties now. After Xavier with a 3 seconds. Oh no, Xavier's spun! Is that... Oh no. That was just, he must have too much throttle and he's gone onto the gravel and spun it. I don't think that's a safety car. Donkey Dan now trying to chase Burma, what it looks like. He's on much newer tyres here, this could be very quick on the straight. But here the top 3 only contested by about 6/10 here. Very close, very, very close. Brent almost touching the back of Boss's car here. Let's go to TV pod. Down the inside maybe? No, he's not fast enough. Here, but now with Boss also having DRS, can Boss even get past Tony here? The leader, who was about a second in front, but maybe he must have just... It's a yellow flag in sector 3, but it's just a slow moving... I don't know, he's gone down. I'm watching here. Oh, he's got a bit too much power on the exit there as Boss trying to get past thing. Boss, that's another 3 second time penalty. Everyone's got penalties here except from Brent and Skipsy, who's really unfortunate, really should be leading this race right now, but unfortunately on the restart I did miss it. I think he has touch for someone, we'll have to look at that after the race. But Brent's now DNF'd. Can we see that really? I don't want to miss any of the action up close though, here. Maybe we'll see it. Does he go past it? Where's DNF'd? I don't think it... No. Unfortunately, I don't know. Oh, we're making it down the inside in the chicane. No, sticks to the ground. That's a very hard overtaking place there. Tony taking a bit too much speed, having to use the runoff, and gets 3 second time penalty for it. I think we're going to have to look at the penalties here. So really, in P1, oncoming for the last lap, coming down to the line, is Brent on time penalties. Wow, That is surprising. I just forgot to look at them. So obviously the leaderboard will sort itself out, and the people at the back, like Xavier, might be put in P6. We'll have to look where everyone comes. People crossing the line here. And I think it is your winner of the sprint race, DTR Brent. Very surprised. I thought Skipsy would take that, unfortunately, with the safety car restart. He got a bit unfortunate there. Well, that's obviously we're still waiting for. Where's he to finish, are we? He's on his last lap here. With a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately. I think trying to set a new fastest. Most likely. Very fast. He does actually hold the top place on the leaderboard for this track on time trials in the F2 car. He does, Wesley, which I didn't know until I found that out. Oh, we were looking for Brent's DNF. He did retire in the pits, I'm pretty sure. But obviously your winner, Brent, with Skipsy in second. And in third, I think it was Boss, after the time penalties. So Boss P3, P2 was Skipsy, and then first Brent. Which was good, yeah. But I think we do have another race coming. So that's how it all goes. Obviously, with fastest lap going to Wesley, which gives him 2 points, finishing 9th. But yeah, with all the time penalties people were getting, that did look a bit. But obviously, finishing first on the track was Boss, then Tony, then DTR Brent, then Skipsy. But Skipsy from first on the grid, an unfortunate not spin under the safety car, but something happened under the safety car which put him back down. But he really should have came first there. But I think we do have the second sprint race coming up now, so that inverts the grid, if I'm right. So now in first will be whoever was 10th. I should probably know. I think it's Donkey Dan who came 10th. Or Bren who came 10th. Don't know. I think they are on the grid. Well, they will be on the grid doing their formation lap once this timer goes to 0. Yep, there we are. I would like to have a quick look at the grid, but I think they do a formation lap first. We can look at it, and I was right. It is Bren P1, followed up by Wesley, Donkey Dan, 10K Xavier, I always mispronounce his name, Urchinha Burma, 6th, Tony, 7th, Boss, 8th, Skipsy, 9th, our winner, Brent, from last race, 10th, and unfortunately the first retirement of last race ends up in P11. I do want to know, I don't know, do have projections, but I do think that Wesley is faster than Bren. He was setting those very fast laps at the end of the race on those new tyres. But obviously Bren unfortunately had to retire into the pits. So we don't know, that would be a good battle to watch off the start. Also, definitely at the back of the grid between P10 and P6. All those are very fast drivers. This is in Division 1. These times are super quick, what they set in, even in the race. Unfortunately, didn't want to go to watch qualifying due to my inability to start the stream. But here we do, coming up to the grid. We did a grid rundown. Who's in which cars, really? So that's going to be a bit... I mean, I could say that. Brent in the Trident, Wesley in the MP Motorsports, Donkey Dan in the Prima. Racing system, some French again, and then back to the beginning. Okay, so I think here we go. It's going to start, but here we go. So we get the 5 red lights, and then it switches to the front, and away we go. Right, I'm just looking at. Is the camera going to change? There we go. Finally, so Brent keeps the lead here. No one seems to be challenging down the inside. Oh wait, no. Goes really tight to that corner, unfortunately, giving the place to Wesley. At the back, it does seem to be... Burma's made a place, so is Xavier. And Brent making 3 places off the start. Enz is still yet to make a position here at the start. 2 wide all throughout the hairpin. Wesley is leading now. Brent in 3rd. Donkey Dan 2nd. Who's that going side by side? Is it Brent? Brent and Xavier? Really closely. Look at these all close behind there. Oh, the poor exit there from Xavier. Brent's probably closing that. Going up to the front now. Brent, Donkey Dan, I think got a lucky pass. Sector 3, that's a spin. Definitely. I think it was, yes, Tenkan, unfortunately, in last. He was in last. I think so. Last race he also did spin. The upshifting is not the best on these, so when you're spectating. Oh, with a poor exit there from Xavier. Boss manages to pass him just like Brent did. Unfortunately, didn't get to catch that. Side by side now. Brent and Tony. Brent going down the inside, can he make it? No, he can't. Didn't have enough speed. Takes the inside line to Tony, much better. He can't hold that much speed around that corner, unfortunately. Brent getting out the slipstream. Oh no, didn't even see Burma there. Must have been trailing these two from behind. But Brent with a better exit from that corner. Really tight to that hairpin, forcing him. Unfortunately, gets pushed a bit wide on that exit. Tony seems to be flying past. Brent from 2nd is in 5th now. Wesley and Donkey Dan just keeping up with Wesley. A 2nd gap between Tony and Donkey Dan. The closest people now are still Brent and Boss. He's going down the inside on this hairpin? No, not hairpin, I mean chicane. Oh, late break. I don't know about this. Going in. Burma did the right thing, didn't try to stay on the track, did a good thing and went much far wide, to give him as much space as possible after that unfortunate desperate attempt I think from Brent here after keeps getting overtaken unfortunately. His Boss goes down his inside. Carries more speed than Boss through that corner though. I think that might be the overtake. Unfortunately, skipped from our pole sitter last race. And first does seem to, unfortunately doesn't seem to be, there's only made up no places. I think everyone's just falling back behind him. Oh, Xavier gone all the way off the track there. Miscued a braking zone. So unfortunate there. Coming off the track safely, but behind. Now skipped him to make up a place. Brent unfortunately from 2nd to now 7th. And I think he will be getting catched by Skipsy soon. But here, Tony really's made up a 2nd about that lap on Donkey Dan here. Donkey Dan still goes a bit wide there. Oh, he starts losing it. Oh no! Tony has lost it there. Unfortunately, I think that isn't going to be a safety car due to the fact that he's only just broken his wing. He will have to pit. That's really unfortunate. He was going to get that move done. Was Tony on Donkey Dan. That's so unfortunate. So that does leave Lucky Dan about a second in front now of Burma, but that is a hefty few cars. It's 5 cars there waiting to get past it in this train. Burma's going to have to try and defend from Brent. Brent here, a winner from last race, made up for coming from 10th to 3rd. Now can he keep it? He does. Burma seems to have left position. I really should be watching. Oh, he's been pushed off the track maybe? Or he's just, no, I think he just took too much speed into that corner. Has Bren. I'm really unfortunate for Bren here. I think he definitely can make a recovery. He seems to have been a good solid racing. See, everyone else said no one, I think from last race everyone's realised these track limit violations, these time penalties aren't that worth it. Everyone had them last race. But here these cars still close together a little bit. Entry. Boom, it's gone wide. Oh, Tenkan really not happy here. Unfortunately, it's just 3 desolate cars after having to pit. Perfect, as we come back, Brent unfortunately, I think I was inevitable unfortunately. After now losing even more places, that's so unfortunate from him. So unfortunate, what have I missed? I don't think anything actually. But Brent has definitely decided to turn it on now. Chasing Donkey Dan here. Can make a move into this chicane. I don't think it's not close enough. But one thing is just certain, the Donkey Dan's mediums, I need to check who started on mediums, will be doing very well at the end of this race. That's why Brent's made up so many places, I think. He is on these medium tyre. No, he's on the soft tyre. That's a sector 1 yellow flag. Xavier, no. That's a DNF. It's a DNF in Tenkan. I think that's well off the track, so I don't think that's going to be a safety car. These cars will slow down if it is, but they don't seem to be. Talking about slowing down, there goes Brent past Donkey Dan. Both in the Prima, I think. Am I right? No, one's Donkey Dan's in the Prima. Brent is in the hard to pronounce car name. Five seconds penalty for Brent. He's retired into the pits again, unfortunately. But this is pre-season, obviously, so doesn't really matter. But it is to see who's the fastest, which seems to be Brent here. Steaming now, trying to catch Wesley, which he seems to be doing slowly but surely. Skips remain quiet here, hasn't been making up too many places, just letting everyone in front of him. I know, slow down. But he is on the soft tyre, so these tyres will run out soon. Around the 10 lap mark we saw that, and goes down the outside of Burma. unfortunately couldn't make the move stick, could he? Donkey Dan, very close to Brent now. Ooh, both late apex in there. Good exit. I think Brent got the better exit there than Donkey Dan. Yeah, still the two closest people on the track now probably are those two. And Skipsy and Brummer. This move might happen next lap. Well, no, this lap with DRS. I think both are catching Boss. Yeah, both seem to be catching Boss. Who's on the mediums. So these mediums, everyone on mediums, will start to be getting faster. It was wide there. Well, when this is probably where is coming down the inside here. I don't think so. It's a bit too risky. Yeah, but Burma goes to defend the inside. Skipsy not wanting to turn in on him, and he gets the position. That's great defending from Burma there. But here, I don't think he's going to be able to defend this DRS. He activates down this straight. So much speed. So much down the inside. Getting out of that place. We have seen that the car behind is usually faster in this sector after having the DRS. After they're not having the DRS, it's faster. Because more accurate braking. It's a spin from Donkey Dan. No, he's hit. He's just hit Burma. That is not very good. He's going to spin us now. No, he hasn't. He's at a wobble. But Donkey Dan, unfortunately, we're trying to get on the track. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Ugh, no. I wish I was in thingy mode now. Should turn on the telemetry. He's retired now, unfortunately. He did crash, which leaves really. Everyone seems to be spread out apart from that, because I think no, there goes Skipsy in the there goes thingy in the background. Unfortunately, my notification seems to be going off right now, just as everyone's. But everyone that's pitted now, there's a few cars that are maybe gonna fight because the pits doesn't actually look like him. Everyone just trying to push here. And obviously our leader, who I haven't really talked about much, just doing his thing. Starting from P2 at the start of this race, and just going on to most likely glide, unless you know, he spins, fortunately. But look, perfect. You see, he's been driving great all from the last sprint race. Unfortunately, starting to get at the back of the grid. Played it safe, just pummeling those fastest laps after a spin. Yeah, and now he's probably going to glide to the win, unless Brendan has anything to say about it. But I don't think he's going to be able to close 3 seconds on Wesley. Again, why was Skipsy at the chicane? And then Xavier with I'm assuming a 3-second time penalty. All 3 seconds, and obviously that Burma got it for speeding into the pit lane, I'm pretty sure. So that's, yeah. Keep on intervals. Can't nobody cares. Position changes. Yeah, but like, really, no one should be looking at Brent there after sliding around that last corner. Become 8th position, starting from P10 he did after winning last sprint race. And Boss, who's been relatively in the action, but also quite at the same time, finishing third last race, and maybe even on track to finish third again. And obviously Skips, who's made his way up the grid through playing it extremely safe. Everyone's just got out of his way almost. Has been racing superbly though. The overtake he did on Burma was very nice. Around the outside. No, down the inside. So, all separated by a comfortable margin, what it looks like. No one gaining on anyone really too much. If anything, Wesley should extend his lead a bit on Brent. But no, there is a crash. It is thingy, we're coming up to it on D. Let's take a look, can we see anything from here? No, he's just simply gone off at that turn though, hasn't he? I cannot see. But Bowman's also gone off. That's unfortunate. Everyone's coming round to him now. Should we change to... Can't see anything, unfortunately. But that's where he just went straight off. Lost it, unfortunately. This seems to be where most of the unfortunate actions happened, really. Those turns. Just taking too much curb there, and then spun into the wall. But obviously Xavier doing it perfectly there. 7 races left after the 11 has started. So obviously when we go to our first race, which is us 3-second time penalty for Wesley, which does change things. That means if Brent can get a 1.4 seconds off, he will go P1. That's if he doesn't get a 3 second himself. And what I was saying is the next race, which I will have to check the calendar for, but the first actual race, this is like pre-season, but the first actual race is, I don't know, I think it's I want to say, I actually don't know, I should really look. Bahrain. Is it Bahrain, then Monaco, next week on Monday? That's what it is. Skipsy's just closed a bit on Boss there, and there's a spin. It's Tony, unfortunately. At the turns, I think it's around 10. 10-10. They've got hot tyres, taking that nice and carefully. Xavier with another 3 second. I think that is 9 seconds of penalties now he has. Nope, 6. Him and Tony. Obviously Tony a long way behind him, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna, he will collect 5th here, Xavier. But we don't know what could happen to the top 4 with their penalties. Talking about top 4, Brent, 2nd, taking a spin, which I think that unfortunately, with him pushing, does just push Wesley out of his reach there, even with that 3 second. I think he's unfortunate on those softs. I don't think they have enough grip now to keep up with Wesley and try push, which is unfortunate because he was really trying. So I think this is most likely how it's going to end the 2 closest races, which are Skipsley and Boss here. 1.5 seconds between them. Gibbs has been gaining on Boss throughout the I can't remember what happened. It was a huge spin. It was a spin by Donkey Down, which offered for Donkey Down being in 3rd, caused the rest of the grid behind him to go wild and have to dodge him, which is really unfortunate. I didn't catch that. I think I was talking about how great Wesley was or something. Don't know. But yeah, very fast in these F2 cars. They'll just get to know more and more if they keep racing. And hopefully we'll have more than 11 races for the next races. I'm pretty sure it's 2 sprint races and then a feature race, which I think is coming up next, or it's just 2 sprint races. I don't know. If so, oh. I just switched to Xavier at the right time, apparently. Almost going into the wall, unfortunately, there. Last lap, obviously, your winner, Wesley, comes across the line, finished 1st. Brent 3 seconds behind him with the penalty. Boss 3rd again, which is a 2nd podium for him in these 2 sprint races. 3rd twice, very consistent. Brent getting 1st and now 2nd, and then Wesley getting 1st from, I think it was 10th. Last race. And we still have Tony and Enza to cross the line, but the top 5 raced superbly. So did Tony, unfortunately having his penalties and his spin. But apart from that, they've all raced superbly. And unfortunately, I think it was on the start. That's 2 times now. Enza has not done too well at the race starts, unfortunately. But he is persevered to finish the race. I was very unfortunate for Donkey Dan to have spin. We will see that, hopefully, get resolved in the stewards. Well, no, the stewards will resolve that. To finally cross the line here, and to finish the sprint race with your winner of sprint race 2 at Imola being Wesley. Driver of the day, Brent, making up most positions, which, because he started, I think it was last. No, he didn't. No, he did start last because he won last race. No, he started 10th. I think he was behind. 10 was behind him, I think, because he finished 11th. Great racing. Wesley starting 2nd to finish 1st. Brent obviously starting 10th to finish 2nd. So yeah, these are great. Yes, obviously that's how it stands after the. So now it's the feature race, yes. What was it about? The feature race. So I think this is what the grid was like. The finishing the 2nd race. I think. I don't do F2 races that much, so I would not know. Well, I would like to see the grid. I'm pretty sure it is Wesley first, unless it gets swapped around again. Yeah, I think it has been swapped around again, hasn't it? No, Boss is starting 1st, then Donkey down to 2nd, then Brent. So maybe it's just random. But this is the longest one, so it's not the sprint races. It is 18 laps instead of 13 laps. Now, so this one I think you do have to pit now in the thingy races. The commotion, which is of snow falling very heavily in. That's very heavily, and coincidentally, I'm pretty sure much of the population tomorrow do go back to school, which I think that snow is saying a bit of no, it shouldn't snow. I'm sat here commentating. I could be out in the snow, but I'm not. Gotta watch this great F2 race. Obviously, Boss in 1st, Donkey Dan 2nd, Brent 3rd, Wesley disqualified from the formation lap. Tony 5th, Xavier 6th, Burma 7th, Brent 8th, DTR Enza 9th, Skipsy unfortunately 10th, and Tenkan not 10th, 11th. Okay, here we go. All lined up. And then it does the classic bit of mayhem here for a second. But is Boss starting first here on the first lap? I would go... No, that's terrible. For broadcast. Oh, 5 low lights and away we go. Boss getting a good, very good start there. Donkey Dan going up to P2, I think. No, Brent did have just a good start. I thought it didn't turn in too well there though. Donkey Dan's going side by side with him down the straight now. Very wide from Burma, I think that is. Trying to overtake Tony, which he does. Good move there. I think we're going to go to here and go. Ooh. So close to being in contact there. Donkey Dan does spin. Unfortunately, I think that was on his own. I don't think anyone touched him there. But very close to him. These guys, very close to each other. Gotta make sure there's no contact. For Brent, who's made up 2 positions on the start now. Donkey Dan, obviously. Here, racing between Burma and Brent. Oh, he takes too much curve there on the spin now. Xavier can't capitalise on that. The front 3 seem to be going quite... made their lead a bit by second. So that means Tony just now doesn't get really close between each other here, Xavier and Brent. Is he going to go down the inside, down the outside? Decides to go down the inside. As much different, as much room as he can give. Brakes, brilliant. Unfortunately, Brent forced onto the thing, forced onto the sausage curves. Skip here, fully break down the inside. No, gives Brent enough room. Oh, funny enough, I was talking about the Stewards' last race, even though it's pre-season, so I doubt they'll do anything. I don't think they'll be mad at anything, really. And Donkey Dan, who's the one that did spin, I would assume damaged his wing and would have to pit, but I don't think he has. Unless he's just that good. But Donkey Dan here, who did spin, but you wouldn't know it. He seems to be in P11 now. That's DRS now enabled, so I think Wesley would be quite happy with that. Xavier just needs to get a little bit more forwards to keep this train going, otherwise I think 10 can, and Brent will be, oh, talking about these two, there's already an overtake going on. Very close, very, very close. Brent and Skipsy. Skipsy, I think going off the drag there, probably got a warning. There's been a yellow flag further up the grid as Wesley makes the overtake on Tony without DRS. I think he's seems to probably going to go hunt down Bosma. Let's call him Boss. Boss here. Gonna miss out on any. Everyone's close together, but everyone seems to be, except for maybe Wesley on Boss. The longer Wesley is held up by Boss, I think further Brent's going to go in front, but Brent does seem to be chilling at this pace now. I don't know what tyres he's on, because they do have to pit. Okay, sorry about that, my internet is dead. Oh no. So sorry about that. Unfortunately, my internet. I don't think anything's happened really. Now I'm just watching myself. It will come back in a second, right? It should. Or maybe just hearing noise. Oh, this is appalling. It's gonna come back, right? Fine, I have to give you guys a running commentary here. Okay, so Brent still in first, Wesley second, has made the overtake on Boss. Tony in fourth. Behind him by 2.5 seconds is Burma. Behind him by 1.1 seconds is Tenkan. Skipsy with DRS going to be breaking into the side by side with Tenkan most likely. Xavier very close, 4/10 behind Skipsy. Donkey down making the overtake down the straight on Enza here after his spin. Brent has hit a wall and is pitting. Donkey like steaming down. Yeah, steaming, going very fast. It's not coming back, unfortunately, which is not cool. Skipsy going into turns 6 and 7 behind Tenkan, only by 4/10 though. Boss half a second behind Wesley going into the chicane. Xavier behind Skipsy and Tenkan by only 4/10 also going into the chicane. This is not going well. Oh, bro, what is this? No. I don't think everyone wants me. No one wants my trashy commentary just as someone DNFs. Like, everyone wants to see what's DNF'd, not this. Well, it's pre-season, so.